Good evening, everyone. I am Dr. Smita Shah, President of Indian Society of Anesthesiologists, Kalyan Branch, and my colleague Dr. Kala Ishwaran, Secretary of Indian Society of Anesthesiologists, Kalyan Branch. Today is 16th October, which is celebrated as World Anesthesia Day worldwide. On this occasion, we are starting public awareness program for anesthesia, and for that we have invited Dr. Preeti Nanda and Dr. Shruti Arbati Patki, who both are anesthesiologists from Dombivli, and with immense pleasure I welcome both of them, and it's my pride that both are trainers of American Hearts Association and IRC, that is Indian Resuscitation Council. I welcome both of you.
Thank you.
So shall we start now? Dr. Preeti, what is WAN and when it is celebrated and why it is celebrated?
Actually, ma'am, I will start with the introduction of what is anesthesia. Before anesthesia came into action, the surgeries were done by few hefty people holding the patient and surgeons operating, and patient used to definitely die in few days. After that, W.T.G. Morton on 16th October 1846, he showed a demonstration in Massachusetts General Hospital for nitrous oxide, and they could do successfully a surgery without pain to the patient. So to commemorate that thing, the World Anesthesia Day is celebrated on 16th October every year, and initiatives are taken to celebrate this by Indian Society of Anesthesiologists.
And Shruti, what do you can you explain about WRHD and the calls initiative taken by IRC, and what is our, that is IRC Kalyan branch's role towards it?
So WRHD is the World Restart the Heart Day. This was a global initiative done by the ILCOR, that is the International Liaison of Committee for Resuscitation. So there are 7 constituent councils that are a part of ILCOR, and the Indian Resuscitation Council is the future aspirant to become a part of the ILCOR. Now ILCOR is a global initiative that is across the globe. They have started bringing about awareness on CPR and the AED, the shock giving machine. So the initiative is to train and create awareness in everyone, lay people, medical personnel, non-medical personnel, to provide CPR. So basically bystander CPR. Whenever there's a cardiac arrest, there is, there's no awareness at all about how CPR is to be conducted, what is to be done, how to even recognize cardiac arrest. So this is a global initiative to bring about awareness. The estimate is that if everyone is trained in CPR, then every year we can save 200,000 lives across the world. So this is with this in mind, what we are trying to do is, in India also, we have started the COLS initiative, that is the Compressions Only Life Support Initiative by the Indian Resuscitation Council. So the Indian Resuscitation Council was established in 2017 under the aegis of Indian Society of Anesthesiologists. So as anesthesiologists, like Madam was just saying, we are not just people who train in taking away the pain during surgery. We also are emergency physicians to everyone, including doctors and the entire medical fraternity. So if you go to casualties or ICUs, anesthetists are the main consultants over there. So we are proficient in saving lives. Some of these life-saving techniques can be also taught to non-medical people. And compressions only life support happens to be one such technique where anyone with 2 hands and the will to save a life can actually learn and save a life. So ISA Kalyan, the chapter of ISA Kalyan, that is Indian Society of Anesthesiologists at Kalyan, Dombivli, Ulhasnagar, we have been part of this educative initiative since many years. Our senior anesthetists who have been practicing in this area have been teaching people about CPR and basic life support for almost 10 years now. But with the initiative of COLS, we started in 2018. The first time we, on 16th of October, when we undertook this initiative, we trained approximately 6,000 children and their parents and residential area people for I think the entire day, since morning 7 o'clock to evening 9:30. 42 anesthetists from our branch were actually going across the chapter's area of practice, and we were training 6,000 plus children and parents and relatives. And every year we have maintained this track record. Up till now, I think we have trained somewhere between 10,000 people, more than 10,000 people on World Anesthesia Day. And other than that, we have been conducting a lot of these initiatives. In fact, nursing homes, paramedical staff, medical personnel have been trained by our association for many years now.
We have taken almost 15 ACLS workshops.
More than 15
More than 15.
advanced cardiac life support workshops for doctors and paramedical staff. So we are trying to create a safe environment of work for every doctor and anesthetist. And even so this creates a safer environment for the doctors themselves and for the patients who come to us.
Yeah. Dr. Preeti, what is IRC? Can you tell me us detail? And what is the COLS initiative of IRC?
IRC is Indian Resuscitation Council, and it is a part of Indian Society of Anesthesiologists. This came into action in 2017, and after that the resuscitation training efforts have picked up like anything in India, and this like-minded people came together from ISA and have created this Indian Resuscitation Council, and it is doing a fantastic job in training people all over. The principle of the council is every citizen a lifesaver.
So you mean we can train it outside the hospitals also, right?
Yes.
In the society
Yes.
and
Yes. The problem is I am trained in doing CPR or COLS, but suppose something happens to me somewhere. So I want everyone to know CPR so that when something happens to me, even I get a CPR.
yeah. So that's why we train maximum number of people around us in the society, even the lay person. Now, who can be trained? Can you take it?
Yeah, sure. So anyone above 12 years ideally can be taught CPR and the AED skills, because 12 years and above, the school children who are going to school also learn about the heart and its functioning. So it can be easily taught to them. There is no language barrier, there is no age barrier above 12 years. There is no gender barrier. There is absolutely no barrier except our willingness. So if a bystander wants to help someone in need when somebody is collapsed with cardiac arrest, then all you require are your two hands and the willingness to save a life. Anyone can learn this technique.
That's it. A child can save his or her grandparents.
Absolutely.
They
Yes.
have.
Yeah, they have.
There are instances where children have saved their grandparents. There are instances when the maushis or metranis of the hospitals have saved their neighbors after being trained in this.
So that means the anesthesiologist steps out of the operation theatres into the society, and they are lifesavers wherever they go.
Absolutely.
Yeah, and they train as many as possible.
We try to
Yeah.
do that.
That's the main aim of IRC
Yes.
and Indian Society of Anesthesiologists through.
So the motto happens to be that as a doctor, as an anesthetist, when we are at work, we are the last people, we are the last responders to any emergency. The patient comes to us in the end, the last.
Yeah.
The first responder is the person who's standing beside that victim. So that's called the bystander help. So if that bystander is trained,
Yeah.
when the patient comes to us, we can actually use our skills, our knowledge, and save that life. So bystander CPR.
So it can be a bit of selfish motive.
Absolutely.
Absolutely
Yeah,
selfish
absolutely.
motive that we are training as many as, so my beloved mother or my brother or sister or my family member, wherever they go, they get help instantly.
I would like to clear something here. Once the heart stops, the blood supply to the brain stops. So, with every passing second, if the CPR or the compressions are not started, the chances of
Mortality.
recovery or
Complete recovery.
go down by 7 to 10% per minute. So if you lose around 10 minutes, you are losing the chances of saving that person. So if the bystander starts the resuscitation immediately, it gives lots and lots of chance that when the patient reaches us to the hospitals, by that time he has not undergone any hypoxia to his brain or any brain damage has happened. And then we will be not having a vegetative state patient, but a nice, full and functioning patient.
Yeah. Not only we revive him, give him his life back, but also fully functional life ahead.
Exactly. That is more important.
Yeah.
No one wants the patient,
Vegetative,
our
yeah.
beloved, to be in the vegetative state.
Yeah.
We've all, I think, we are all very familiar with Aruna Shanbag's case. She was on the ventilator for alive, but on the ventilator, a vegetative state forever, for a very long time.
More than 30 years.
More than 30 years. So this is not the kind of condition we want for any of our victims. So that is the reason why learning CPR is so important.
So does COLS actually work in real time?
Yes, it does work. Because what happens when basically heart is a pump and it keeps on pumping throughout the life till we die. So sometimes what happens when there is something wrong with the blood supply or the electric supply of the heart, the heart goes into cardiac arrest. And at that time, what happens is the blood supply to the brain stops. So what we are doing by doing COLS, which is compression only life support, is that we are compressing the heart against, in between the sternum and the spine. So what happens is that when you give compression, you are creating artificial pulsations of the blood, and this blood is pushed into the circulation and it reaches the brain. Yes, they may not receive 100% oxygen, but they do receive enough oxygen to save the brain and the kidneys. These vital organs, they get saved by them, and so it actually really works in real time. And we have seen lots and lots of patients who have survived because the bystanders have given them CPR.
Until the help comes, you
Until
have
the help
something
comes. Yes.
to keep the patient alive
Yes.
and his
Yes.
brain functioning. Yeah.
In very simple terms, basically we become the heart and the lungs of that victim.
Yeah.
That's how cardiopulmonary resuscitation. So you become the heart and the lung of the victim because his heart is not working. So we keep the heart, we are mimicking, we are copying the heart till help can come and we can bring the heart back.
We do have, IRC has other initiatives also, which is basic cardiac life support, which can be taught to paramedics, and comprehensive cardiac life support, which is to be taught to the doctors and also the paramedics who are working in the ICU or something. So these are the different stages of we can call resuscitation, wherein the COLS is the most basic one, and it can be done by anyone. Even we have taught to school children, and school children have performed it on their near and dear ones.
Where do you see now calls going, or ISA Kalyan going after 5 years or so hence from now?
Yeah, we have big plans for ISA Kalyan in coming next 5 years, and as the motto of IRC is every citizen a lifesaver, we will definitely try to make every citizen of our area a lifesaver.
It's fantastic, Preeti. And the work you both have been doing towards calls and IRC, it's immensely, I mean, the society has to be grateful for the work. And we are from ISA Kalyan, we are extremely proud of both of you to be doing this initiative long before IRC was established. And I hope this creates awareness of calls in the society, in the family of the people around, in the offices, in the schools, in the teachers, the gym, wherever person goes, he or she is a lifesaver. And thank you so much on behalf of ISA Kalyan, me and Dr. Smita madam. Thank you so much.
Thank you. Thank you so
And we
much.
pose as a lifesaver.